Hey Sagittarius, it is CJ here. Welcome to my channel. Nice to connect with your energy. And Saggy, welcome back if you're part of our family. Thank you so much for all of your love and your support. You are amazing. You make my day brighter, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Sag, we're going to get into your reading. It is a general reading. I am doing this on July 26th. It is a Saturday where I'm at anyways. My intention is to see what's going on around this weekend. But as I always say, Sag, as you probably know, this could be your recent past. It could even be something that is going to happen somewhere down the line, all right? And of course, it may not resonate with everyone. So take what flows, let everything else go, okay? When I was meditating on your energy, I didn't really get anything other than kind of like a little bit more of a serious energy was coming through. Just how I'm feeling, just the energy I'm picking up on. Don't know why that is, but hey, you know what? Sometimes we all have days where we're serious and days where we're light, right? So I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with you. We're going to get right into it though, anyways. Okay, so Sag, let's get started. Let's see what's going on. I hope you had a good new moon. That was just a few nights ago. I hope you set your intentions, and I truly hope that they all come true for you. Okay, we're going to open up with a wisdom oracle. Let's get started, Spirit. Show me what you have for beautiful Sagittarius, our fire sign, what the message is that they are needing to know. Let's see what's on the bottom. Oh my goodness. Okay, Sag, we've got new life on the bottom. It is 39, so that is a 12. Which is a 3. Threes for me are about coming into alignment, or at least trying to, right? Body, mind, soul kind of energy. If you're religious, you could look at it as like Father, Son, Holy Spirit, you right kind of thing. New life. I'm wondering if you're craving a new life or if you're stepping into a new life. Pretty big card to have on the bottom of your foundation. Okay, so we'll see what's going on with that. Beautiful though. It's followed by the yin card. So this is the feminine side. This is more about receiving, not taking action. And it is number 2. So 2s are about choices, partnerships. It's interesting because I'm hearing you have to allow yourself to receive. That's what I'm hearing. Allow yourself to receive. Now this kind of reminds me of the Ace of Cups personally. Very pink and beautiful. There is that cup there. So maybe there's something going on here where... my love, you're needing to open up and allow yourself to be loved or to receive. I know lots of times, Saggy, you don't like to take help, in my experience anyways, because you do everything, right? You're capable of everything. Maybe there's a moment here where you are needing to ask for some assistance or some help. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. And then let's keep moving on. We have Unfinished Symphony. So this is number 10. 10 is a Wheel of Fortune, right? In the Major Arcana. Obviously that can spin both ways for us, but this being Unfinished Symphony is letting me know there's something that has not wrapped up yet. Now, depending on how you feel about symphonies, excuse me, Unfinished Symphony, right now I'm getting this feeling, sometimes I get different feelings from this card, but right now I'm getting this feeling of something that was beautiful that has not been wrapped up or has not come to a end as of yet. That's very, kind of makes I kind of feel a little bit sad there. So very interesting. But Unfinished Symphony means that there's something that does need to be dealt with, something that needs to be confronted, or even something that needs to be shared so that the symphony can be finished writing. Wait, what am I saying? Like if you're writing a symphony, I don't know how the hell you'd ever do that. I know there's, for all those out there that are musicians, good on you. But again, it feels like starting a song, writing this beautiful melody, but it didn't get finished for some reason. That's what I'm getting here. And then we have Here and Now. They are guiding me to take this, Sag, which really is about being in the moment, being in the present moment. It is 32, so that is a 5, which is talking about a change. If we look at this, it does feel like you're headed, or at the very least you're wanting to have this new life, but there's something that has to be wrapped up. Or, yeah, okay, that's how I have to put it. Wrapped up, okay? Let's see what wants to come out. I hope you're having a beautiful weekend. I hope wherever you are, the weather is great for you to be able to get outside, get some air. I plan on doing that as well, okay? So I'll be thinking of you. Okay, Sag, let's get started. Spirit, what is the message for Sagittarius that you have for those? This is their reading. Doing this on July 26th, the 27th, whenever they come, but it is the 26th of July. What would you like Sagittarius to know? Oh, we do have one that flipped out. Exchanging gifts. Okay. And breathe is on the bottom. We have a loyal heart next. I feel like we had this not too long ago, so that's really interesting. We have a loyal heart. It does feel important here. And it is followed again by new life. So, you know, whenever cards show up more than once for me, I do feel it's a stronger message even from Spirit. It's more of, they're kind of hammering the message in here. All right, so let's just start right here. I'm going to leave the deck here for a reason. The energy feels a little different. We have exchanging gifts. Now that is 27. It is a 9. So 9s for me are about, you know, you're wrapping something up. You're getting very close to closing something completely. Now, exchanging gifts is talking about, well, could be gifts you're exchanging, but almost in a way, it's almost like I'm feeling like there's a communication that is needed to be done. Kind of like getting things off your heart, and maybe there's someone else involved here that has to get things off of their heart. That's what I'm really picking up here. Yes, it could mean giving each other a gift to move on, because we have that new life. Giving each other the, like the freedom to kind of go, you know, let's move on. Or maybe it is, it depends on where you are on the timeline, but it also could be, let's have a really heart-to-heart talk and repair and finish the symphony so that we have a new beginning together. It's going to depend. I guess we'll see when we get into the tarot, right? But it's going to depend on what's going on. That's all I'm receiving off of exchanging gifts. So let's move to the next card, which was on the bottom, which is breathe. Okay? So it is 29. That is the 11. Again, 11 is that magical number of angels, guides, whatever you believe in, Sag, that they are around you, and to trust that, right? And trust yourself as well. Breathe is talking about not rushing into anything. It is really about having patience, but also even on a deeper level, especially if this is involving emotions, which I sincerely think it is. This is about just trying to stay calm and, again, like being in that present moment. But, you know, when we think about the lotus flowers, which there's quite a few on this card, right? Well, there's about 3 that I can see. There is something beautiful that arises after the storm. Now, lotus flowers go through the mud and the dirt, and when they come out into the water, they don't really have mud or anything on them, right? They're clean, and they're just this beautiful flower to look at. There is something about that putting the energy in and trusting that it will work out for you pays off, is what I'm feeling. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, there's something about staying calm is what I'm receiving. Okay, now, when we get to the loyal heart, I do feel like we had this, not the other day, Sag, but it is 38 or 35, so it is an 8. 8 is about your power. A loyal heart. Is there someone that has a loyal heart for you? Do you have a loyal heart for someone else? Now, this does kind of feel a little bit more intimate, but it doesn't have to be. This could be your best friend. It could be a family member. It could be a lover, an ex-lover even, right? Maybe there's been distance. But it feels to me like there is a conversation, something that needs to be looked at here that will change the directory on where you're headed. Now, I'm being very much drawn to this key up here. There's a key. There's 2 keys. Oh, very interesting. Let me try and hold it with my right hand so you can see it. Hopefully you can see it very top, right? There's also one at the very top that would probably be impossible to see with my camera, but it's a heart, and then the key goes down. What my guide just gave me, and I don't even know where this is because I have never been there. There's some place, I've seen this somewhere, maybe it was on a show or something, where I think there's a bridge or something like that, where I could be getting this kind of wrong, but they showed me the image. It looks like a bridge. It looks like there may be water underneath it. And there's names carved into, geez, what is this? Like the railing or something? But there's locks on it. Like there's, shoot, I'm having a hard time describing this because I've never seen it before other than what they gave me in my mind's eye and what I might have seen on TV. I don't know where this is. I feel like this might be in Europe or something. Could be completely wrong. But the message that they're giving with that is like, I think it's a place where people go that are maybe in love and they kind of lock their heart into this. Geez, if you know, please leave me a comment because I would really love to know. It was a pretty strong image. There's something about that. And it feels to me, even if this is a reading about 2 people going separate ways, it does feel that you could always come back to that person and there would be a solid connection, that each other would have each other's back. I hope that's making sense. I now need a sip of water. Okay, very curious. All right. And as we said, you know, that new life is right there. Okay. Okay, Spirit, I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. Let's get into the tarot. Okay, I'm going to use Light Seer's deck today. I feel very much called to this. Show me what this is. Oh, wow. Okay. We have the Ten of Swords on the bottom, Sag. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this is our air energy. Ten of Swords is a very difficult ending, right? It does talk here about things going on for quite a while, feels quite a while, where there's been a lot of hurt, there's been a lot of pain, there's been a lot of struggle, you know, no one's seeing eye to eye. And again, I want to make it clear here, Saggy, I'm not necessarily talking romantic, okay? It is a general reading, so it's going to be a little bit different for each one. But the Ten of Swords definitely feels like there's an ending coming, or there has been an ending that has happened. And as such, you know, sometimes they're giving me that saying again, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So perhaps this was a season. Maybe it was a reason. Perhaps it's not meant to be a lifetime. That's what I'm getting from that Ten of Swords. We have the Nine of Pentacles next, Earth energy, our money, our resources, our self-confidence, how we take care of ourselves. Nine of Pentacles is an independent energy. So in some ways, I feel like you are walking away from some situation, I'll put it that way. You're wanting your independence back. I'm not saying you're not independent, Sag, but I mean, you're wanting to make your own choices, do your own things, and perhaps not have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders is what I'm feeling. Again, it all depends on where you're at. We have the Six of Swords next. Again, Swords energy. Six of Swords is talking about moving away from troubled times, moving to something that is smoother, right? That is, I just got the hiccups. Excuse me. Six of Swords, like again, it's like I need to move to something that's going to be more peaceful, more calmer, maybe even more aligned with myself. Okay. Nine of Swords next. This is anxiety, stress, and worry. This does feel like you've been in your head a lot, Sag, and probably for a lot of very good reasons here. We've got a lot of swords showing up. But you know, we have the Magician also popping up here, which does say that you have, you know, you can manifest what exactly you want. So if this is an ending that you're ready to, the unfinished symphony, if you're ready to wrap up and move in a new direction for some new life, you are capable of doing that, okay? I'm not saying it would be easy, but what I am saying is that it is there for you, you know, okay? Wow, I feel a little, woo, okay? Very kind of deep energy coming through here. Okay, Spirit. And that's what I'm getting with this exchanging gifts. It's like, I will free you, you'll free me. Okay. All right, Spirit. Show me more, please. For Saggy, for those that this is their reading. Whoa. Okay. Let's see what we got. Right off the gate, King of Wands. So this is your energy. It's more the masculine side, but we all have masculine and feminine. So this is determination. This is standing in your strength, what you believe in. Yes, the King of Wands, you know, very much a leader, very much entrepreneur energy, really, you know, kind of takes the first step. Also, though, the energy I'm getting here, it is really kind of like you're not budging. I feel like you really know what you're wanting. I think you've been thinking about it a lot. And it's almost like, this is wild. It's almost like you're not willing to back down, okay? We have the Queen of Cups next, Cancer's energy. That's really interesting because fire and water here. Queen of Cups is, well, cups, the water that's in the cups, right? The cups are what hold the water, hold the emotions, hold the feelings. This is where she is. She is about, you know, again, it's the feminine side. But this is like, you know, going with the flow, very balanced in emotions. very much cares about family, home, that kind of energy. Perhaps you are having some kind of relationship with, or this is involving someone that is a water sign. Doesn't have to be Cancer, just this is Cancer's card. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. This is interesting. With the Ace of Swords on the bottom, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, maybe I'm getting this wrong for some of you. Maybe this is about coming back together. Maybe the symphony does need to be finished so that you can start a new melody together. I'm getting both kind of storylines here. But the Ace of Swords, this is that aha moment. This is seeing clearly, knowing exactly what you need to do. We have the Ace of Pentacles next. This is in the earthly realm, right? So it's like a new beginning in the earthly realm, right? Starting that new start. And then we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups, now we have the Ten of Cups. Well, this is an energy of happiness and joy. It is a Ten of Cups, right? So it's that love. But it is a 10 as well, right? So, you know, 10s do talk about, like you're there, but what would be the next step? It would be the Ace, right? So I'm getting this really mixed up kind of, well, I don't know, maybe it's mixed up for me, maybe not for you. This kind of wanting a new life. I'm getting this separation, but then I'm also getting this coming together. Maybe what Spirit's coming through here, if this is resonating with you at all, in whatever capacity, maybe it is about taking some time out and then coming back together to see where it goes. Very, very wild. Because we have that Six of Pentacles next, which is all about balance. What I give you, you give me. There's this beautiful harmony. Feels like it. Can you hear that? I wonder if you guys can hear that. It's like the ice cream truck is going around. Okay. It comes after the Five of Wands, which is battle, arguing, drama, and even the Eight of Cups, walking away from it all. Okay, let's keep going. Is there anything else that you can tell us? I'd like to clarify a little bit, but anything else that you can show me about this? I just seen the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Wow. Okay. Can you hear that song? It's kind of distracting me. Do 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 do. I think that song is called The Stinger. I'm not sure. Anyways, okay, I digress. Sorry, Sag. It's Saturday, right? Okay, so we go from the Nine of Wands to the Three of Wands. That is your energy, Aries and Leo, which is about movement, taking movement. Again, it's where am I going? What is my next step? It's followed by the Four of Swords, which is rest and recuperation. Taking time out to heal your heart, to give yourself that break. Again, lining up beautifully with the Breathe card. It is necessary here for some healing, I feel, to come in. It's followed by the Sun, which is Leo's energy. We are in Leo season. Leo is another fire sign of yours. But the Sun is like getting the freedom, maybe even getting the enlightenment of what you're truly wanting here, what direction you're wanting to go in your life. The Sun, though, does talk about, joy, happiness, freedom, like magnificent warmth. We have the Strength card on the bottom, which is interesting. So you have both Leo cards showing up. Leo seems to show up in your reading often. I wonder if you guys have Leos in your life. But this is the strength of, like, do I have the strength to leave? Do I have the strength to stay? And you do. But this is representing how it has been as you've been moving through this process. We have the Four of Pentacles next, which, used to be called the Miser card. And again, it is the energy of holding back. So I'm wondering if someone's holding back here. Holding back their emotions, holding back their feelings, holding back what they're thinking. Yeah, we're going to see. Okay, let's clarify some cards. Is this guy parked outside my place? Because it's just sitting right here. Tell me what your favorite ice cream is below, Saggy. I'd love to know. It's very distracting. Okay. Just going to focus. maybe this is a joke. Maybe this is also like, hey, life is hard, but it's short, and we need to do what we need to do to make sure that we're enjoying it the best we can, right? Okay, Spirit, why is the King of Wands here? Show me a little bit of that, please. Oh, wow, we got a few cards that came out. We got the Moon. I'm not going to take all these because there's a lot. But we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords again, and the Moon. Wait, I have to look at this. Okay, well, this is what I'm receiving from this. I would assume King of Wands is your energy here. Eight of Pentacles, it feels like you're working to free yourself, to become more independent in your own way, whatever that means, and letting the whatever's been hurting you leave. But there is a hesitation because the Moon showing up, which is Pisces energy, does indicate here that you don't know if it's the right decision. The Moon, although it is a full moon, you still can't see everything clearly. And also the Moon can talk about subconscious things that we don't want to deal with, things that we don't want to deal with, things that we might not even be aware of, that we might be holding on to, that might be getting in the way of us seeing clearly. But this is what they're giving you for the King of Wands. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom. The High Priestess. 2 cards of Pisces. This is all about your intuition too. Sweetheart, like, you really got to listen to what your gut is telling you. If this is about leaving some kind of relationship, I don't feel like this is business, although you might be able to apply it to it if the energy feels like that. Your intuition is never going to like take you down the wrong path. What does your intuition tell you here? Because the Spirit giving you the Moon and the High Priestess, it's pretty indicative here. Spirit is saying you know the answer, you know the right answer. 5 of Cups is underneath that, so there's obviously been a lot of sadness. Let's stay with this deck. I want to see about the Queen of Cups, because this feels like we have 2 people here, to me, how it's coming across. What can you tell me about the Queen of Cups, please, Spirit? Maybe a little less cards. Okay, thank you. Wow. The Magician, the Nine of Swords, and the Lovers. The Magician is saying that there is complete energy to be able to manifest what you want, but the Nine of Swords here, I don't know if this is another person. I think I'm going to read it as that. That kind of feels how it feels to me. I feel like I'm talking about 2 people. Even with that loyal heart, okay? Like, seriously. But there's anxiety here. There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of sleepless nights. And then we have the Lovers, right? Gemini's energy. Used to be called the Choice card. So I think there's a lot of love here. A lot of love. But again, there's a decision to be made about staying together or leaving. Okay, that I can't get off this because this is what they're giving me. The Hierophant is on the bottom, Taurus's energy. So this, and it is number 5, so change. The Hierophant is representing the deep connection, the contracts. It could be a marriage. It could be, again, however you look at that, right? But it is the connection here that Spirit is bringing through. This feels to me that there's 2 people, Saggy, and gosh, I mean, I can't believe what this is. It just feels like the energy is so strong here. It feels like there's 2 people. One is you. It feels like the other person. It feels like the 2 of you may, again, there may be this a lot of love, and again, you may always have each other's back in whatever form that is. But I'm not sure at this moment that it looks like you're going to be together. I hope that makes sense. Okay, they want me to stay with this deck, so okay, I'm just trying to make some room. 9 of Cups, Spirit. What's the 9 of Cups? The wish fulfillment. Thank you. Page of Swords with the 6 of Wands. Page of Swords is communicating, having conversations, getting really honest. Again, is about being able to hear each other, whoever the other person is involved. It feels like this could be a successful union. Again, maybe this is business. Because we have the 9 of Cups, and this is clarifying it. 6 of Wands is victory, being seen, being noticed, being heard, right? And it is under the 9 of Wands. So this feels like, I don't think I'm reading for very many people out there, but it's definitely going to be a time to really weigh up everything. Is this salvageable? This partnership, relationship, friendship, whatever, is it salvageable or is it not? Okay, so Spirit, what about the Four of Swords? Four of Swords, please. What can you tell me about the Four of Swords? Okay. Four of Swords is the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Clarifying that. So again, there is a need to take a break. There's a need to take a break, to step aside, to give yourself time, because this has been very draining. Six of Pentacles, yeah, absolutely. Time to, yeah, sometimes, what is that saying, Spirit, that you're giving me? Time, what is this, space? What is this? Oh, something about that, I don't know if it's time or something. Time or space can, shoot, it's fading now. Can, Spirit, give this to me again. Can make the heart fonder or something. That's something like that that's coming through here. Again, I think it's necessary that there's time to think. It feels necessary time to have a break. Possibility is to make it balanced again. Okay, and then we have the Three of Pentacles on the bottom. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Which is coming back together to create things, to work through things, to build things. But look, there is, okay, so I'm not surprised to see this. The Three of Swords is underneath. You've got Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. This is a lot of heartbreak. And I have to say, I know it's for you. I know you've had a lot of pain in this. It's probably been devastating. Whatever this is, because again, they're not giving it to me solid, that it's like, ooh, this was a love relationship. No, I'm not getting it. It's feeling like relationships, basically. Three of Swords is a very painful, it's very painful to go through this. But I feel, honestly, I feel both, and it feels like you and another person both have gone through this. So there is this, there's this need to have space. And I think there is a need, if this is you, Sag, and you're relating with, you know, wanting a little bit more space and needing to you know, maybe get some, if this is a love relationship, maybe it is about taking a week or two or whatever and getting some time for yourself to get your head clear, right? Probably be beneficial for the other person or people involved as well. It feels necessary. It does. It feels necessary. I'm going to make a little room here. Man, okay. Like, I'm sending you so much love for whatever this is for you. Yeah, this new life. As I said, it could be new life coming back together, or it could be a new life you individually giving the gift to go the opposite way, to go separate ways, to go in a different way. But I do feel whoever this would be, and as I said, not going to be for everyone, I think that years down the road you both could probably talk again, and you know, if there was a crunch, you'd be there for each other. That's what it feels like. Okay, let's go one more time here. Spirit, the Sun. Got no room here. What can you tell me about the Sun? The Sun. It's a beautiful, if this is the way it's going, I just seen the World card, so that does indicate cycle closing, a new one opening, right? But if this is how it is, you and the other person, I mean, geez, maybe, you know, you might have Cancer or water sign in your chart as well. But if this is the way it is going, however this ends up, the Sun is going to be a blessing for all involved. Okay, and it is Leo season, so this could be something that is coming to a close, or however you want to look at it, in August. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is the energy of seeing everything very clearly. It is about removing your emotions, not being very emotional, whereas the Queen of Cups, you know, she wears her heart on her sleeve, basically. So the Queen of Swords is important here, because this is really truly about seeing everything clearly and no bullshitting yourself, right? No bullshitting yourself. This will work or this won't work. Now, what's on the bottom? The Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is, you know, again, another major arcana here. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn the way that it's meant to turn. So this is a split reading. Some of you are you're going to work together to come back to whatever this relationship is. And others of you are seriously going to go separate ways. I want to see what's under the wheel. Yeah, oh my goodness, yes. The Ace of Cups. Or the Eight of Cups. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, you're walking towards the sun. That is important to notice here. You can see the sun right over here. So you have the sun at the bottom, or the last card here, and you're walking towards the sun. So, Sag, oh, I love you. I don't know what is happening here, but this feels like a very poignant time for whoever's reading this is. But again, I feel like there's a lot of love here. I don't feel like this is something where, even that Three of Swords, I didn't get betrayal, that kind of energy. It feels authentic love, but I think it kind of like that going different directions. Okay, Spirit, this is where I think we're going to leave it. I do feel called to go to my light series, or no. Why can I speak today? The Mercury retrograde. Secret language of color. I want to see what wants to come out of there. But Spirit, thank you so much for guiding me in this reading for Sagittarius. What I want you to know, Sag, if this is your reading, the sun is showing up in your life regardless. Okay? And if this is a relationship that was for a season, as they say, or a reason, know that life is going to continue to get better. It's going to improve, no matter how difficult this might be. Okay? Don't even know if you can see all the cards. Probably not, hey? Okay. Spirit, is there anything else you have for Sagittarius that you would like them to know as they move forward on their journey? Thank you. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, this is go after what your heart is connected to. Go after what you're wanting, Sag. That's it. That's what the Knight of Swords does. Make sure you don't slip, because, they go at quite fast speeds here. But again, this is the knight that charges after what they desire. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. Stability. Okay. Stability, solidness, groundedness. So going after what you're wanting, or what you're desiring, what you know is meant for you, will bring contentment and happiness to you. Wow, crazy. And, well, we do have the Tower, so very transformative energy here, for sure. Okay, so Sag, oh my gosh, I love you. I just want to send you a big, big hug, because I know that this would not be easy in whatever capacity it is that may be resonating with you. Very difficult. But this is life. Now remember, like we had that here and now. Being in the moment is important, but also it is that 5, which was change. So there is change happening, and no matter how much some of us may want at times for things to stay the same, it's almost impossible. Everything's always changing. And I feel like what Spirit's coming through in this reading is to stay in grace and in your integrity. And whoever this is, and whatever kind of relationship this may be, I think it feels better if everyone, what are you trying to say to me here? Because it feels like, don't be harsh. This is what it's feeling like. Don't be, again, it's kind of like, okay, we agree that we disagree, so, okay, it's time, right? Or we agree that we disagree and we're going to work through it and bring this full circle into more of a connected relationship, however it might be. Okay, let's close this off. I'm going to go to my Light Seers deck. I kind of feel a little, it feels a little emotional, but this is life. That is life, right? It is all death, rebirth, changes, transmuting, completely transforming. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Oh, wow, okay. I'm just going to move these over here because I just don't have enough room. We have red on the bottom, and that is free yourself from pain. It is number 2. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Now, I didn't mention this deck. If you're new here, this is called Secret Language of Colors. Every color here has a vibration, just like everything. Well, I'm a vibration, you're a vibration, everything's a vibration. If you feel connected to the color, and if you like the message that comes with it, you can just take a picture of it. Focus on it. Like, this is like, again, saying free yourself from pain. Maybe that's a good reminder every time you look at this, like, free myself from pain. What is hurting me, right? How can I work through that? Okay, so free yourself from pain. We have lilac next, which is strengthen your faith. It is 42, which is a 6. We have ruby, which is regenerate your body. That goes with the 4 of swords. I think some of you are quite body, mind, soul, right? Quite you're needing a break. You're needing a recharge, Sag. So that's the ruby. So you have red and ruby. And then we have brilliance, which is discover your sparkle. 28. So it is 26, so it's an 8. Okay, let's see what advice or guidance Spirit can offer you out of this deck. Okay, Spirit, what color is best for Sagittarius? For those that this is their reading and this is what they're going through, what would be beneficial? Thank you. Wow. Okay, it came out again, and you've seen how it flipped. Red. Thank you, Spirit. Free yourself from the pain. So, Saggy, I don't know exactly how you're gonna work around that, but that is the advice from Spirit. Free yourself from pain. Yeah, and on the bottom we have watermelon. Have fun with your inner child. That's connected. There's a connection. Thank you, Spirit. There's a connection between freeing yourself from pain and have fun with your inner child. Because I do feel, and the other person or people, I'm going to say people involved here, although, excuse me, although I do feel it is one specifically that is in your life, but for others it might be more. There is a connection here between the pain that you're feeling with your childhood, with your inner child. So it's like healing your inner child is going to free you from pain. And perhaps whoever else is involved, Saggy. Okay, I feel like that's where we're going to close this reading off. I do sincerely hope that it helps those of you that this is your reading. My apologies that you can't see all the cards. I am going to spend a little time over this weekend. I think I'm just going to narrow down my decks, put them over somewhere else so that we have more room to work and receive Spirit's messages for you. I love you, Sag. I love you, and you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be free of any kind of hurt. And you deserve to have joy and happiness in your life. So, with that, I'm going to let you go. Have a beautiful weekend. Again, thank you for being here. Mwah. I love you. Big, huge, tight hugs. Be well, Sag.